Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I am very grateful for that. Today I am going to show you how you can prepare your data for SPSS. That means what is the format or the platform of SPSS. It is simply Excel. You will use Microsoft Excel. The SPSS by itself is just the Microsoft Excel. I will show you. And how you can enter your data in SPSS. There are two ways. One is by first preparing the data you have collected through questionnaire or survey. Then you will enter your data in Excel, just even without thinking about what is SPSS, what kind of version you will use. You can prepare your data using Excel. Then you can download and install your SPSS and enter your data in the SPSS. And the other way is after downloading and installing, then having your questionnaire data or your survey data, you can sit and enter your data directly into the SPSS format. Let's look the first way, that is first by preparing your data in Excel. Just before that, let me show you how you can open your SPSS on your PC. By considering you have installed your SPSS. For downloading and installing your SPSS, you can look my videos. Therefore, first go to Start button, click on Start button, then type SPSS, then this will appear IBM SPSS Statistics version 26. This 26 refers to the version I have already downloaded and installed on my PC. Therefore, click here, then wait until it opens for you. Just is opening. Wait. Yes, it has opened. This is just the first page you will see when you open your SPSS. It says, welcome to IBM SPSS Statistics. Close this window. Then you will see very interactive and friendly platform, which is the Microsoft Excel, that is the SPSS platform on which you will enter your data. When you save, you will give your name. Until that, it is untitled page. Therefore, you can give name, for example, first by entering your data. Before that, what are the things here? These are the menus and the icons. What are they? I have two links. Here I put under my video comment section. You can click on the link and watch those videos. What are these menus and these tabs? This is today's my takeaway for you. Then here there are two menus, very important menus. You will play with them. Here it is variable view. Now we are on the variable view because this is highlighted in yellow. That indicates the active window at this time is the variable view. This is where you will enter your variables. Then the other menu here is data view. When you click on it, then it will be yellow. Therefore, this the active window is the data view. Therefore, first what you can do is you can enter your variables in this page. It contains name, type, width, decimals, label, values, missing, elements, align, measure, roll. So these are the things which found in the SPSS version 26. There may be other things additional or some things, some elements beyond this in other versions. But these are the common and which are enough to analyze your data. Let's go to the how you can prepare your data on Excel by considering this variable attributes by considering name, what kind of data it is it numeric or what kind. Then let's go to the Excel data preparation for SPSS. Therefore, here this is Excel data I have prepared already to save our time. In the first row, you will put your study variables. The first one will be ID. That means the number of respondents in your survey. Okay, in the column you will fill the number of respondents in your study. For example, in my case, I have 261 respondents. Therefore, the ID number is from 1 to 261. That is the ID. Then the other variable is gender. There are two categories of gender, male and female. Then I prefer to use number 2 for male and 1 for female. When you prepare your data on Excel for SPSS, if the first respondent is male, you can write male in Word or you can use your code 2. This code is which you will use in your SPSS. Then these two indicates what? Male. This male, the third respondent is male, the second is male, the fourth is male, the fifth is male, and then the ninth respondent is female. This ID number is given randomly. The number 1 respondent is we don't know who he is or who she is. Just the number we have given randomly after collecting our questionnaire data. Therefore, here is female, male, male, male. Okay, 1 indicates female. The other variable here is age. Then you will see on the SPSS, then it will be more clear that what is this 1 indicates in the age group. For example, let me show you from my questionnaire. So here, the age in years, the first category is 18 to 27. Then I prefer to give number 1 for this category. Number 2 is 28 to 37. Number 3 is 38 to 47. Number 4 is 48 to 57. Then number 5 is for age group more than 57. The same is true for other variables which we are going to see on the Excel. For example, in the variable of marital status, single will be 1 in my case, 2 is in relationship, 3 married, 4 widowed, 5 divorced. For the variable of educational status, completed education level, primary school 1, secondary 2, TVET level 3, diploma 4, first degree 5, master's degree 6, PhD 7. You can give your preferred number. If you start from 1 and give consecutively, that is very manageable for your analysis and easy to understand, so you can follow this way. The other variable is work experience. In my study case, 1 is for 0 to 5, 2 is 6 to 10, 3 is for 11 to 15, 4 is for 16 to 20, 5 is for 21 to 30, and 6 is for greater or equal to 31 years of experience. Therefore, under each variable, the numbers indicate the numbers which I have given in my data. Okay, so for example, marital status 3, I have given the code what is 3 indicates it is, for example, for married, 1 indicates for single. Educational level, 1 is for primary school completed, 2 for secondary completed, and 3 for TVET level completed. So 3 indicates the education level of TVET completed. And work experience, 1 is for the year 0 to 5, 2 is for 6 to 10. So it continues like that. The other variables which I will use in my variable view of my SPSS is questions. This is Q1 indicates question number 1 in my survey. Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, 5. I have about 65 questions. a lot of questions. You can use the questions you think which will give you the result you want to get from your survey. There is no fixed number of questionnaires. This is the questionnaires which I have prepared by my own, about 65 questions. What are the questions? Let's go to my questionnaire and let me show you. Then here you can see that question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, up to question number 65. Here up to 65, that indicates my questions. Therefore, you can prepare your data in such a way in Excel that the first row will be your variables. The variables are demographic information of the respondents plus your study questions you will fill into horizontal in the first row of your Excel. Then under ID, I want to advise you here one thing. When you give ID for your questionnaire paper, let's say for example, I have about 261 study questionnaire like this. Okay, then I have given, for example, it says ID 3. This is the respondent 3. I have given random number. Therefore, I wrote ID 3 because first thing what you will do in your SPSS analysis is checking if there is outliers or not. That means outliers means, for example, you have two categories of gender, for example. The number 2 is for male and the number 1 is for female. Mistakenly, you may type somewhere in somewhere's respondent, for example, in the respondent 50, you may type mistakenly, let's say 3. Or in the other places, just you are mistakenly typing against 3. Then this is what? The outlier. There is no this number in the gender category. You have only two numbers. Okay, number 1 and number 2. Therefore, how you can identify that will be by giving your ID number. Then it will be indicated in the SPSS data output. For example, if you made 3 here, then you will find the gender of 50's respondent is 3. There is no such gender. Therefore, you have to go to your question paper and then refer that. Is it male or female? You don't know before you go to your paper and check the respondent was male or female. How you can identify is by writing the ID number on your questionnaire sheet. Okay, so don't forget to give ID number for each of the questionnaires when you encode your data. The other thing what you can see on this data is the numbers below each questions. These numbers are the Likert scale numbers. I have used the 5 level of Likert scale. 1 is for strongly disagree, 2 for disagree, 3 for neutral, 4 for agree, and 5 for strongly agree. Therefore, these 3 indicates the respondent number 1. Here ID is 1, so the respondent number 1 was neutral for question number 1. The response of respondent number 1 for question number 2 was strongly agree. So 5. For question number 3, the respondent number 1 was strongly disagree. For question number 4, his or her response was agree. So this number indicates that. You may have other kind of Likert scale level. There are 5 scale level, 7 scale level, and the common one are 5 and 7. You can use 7 or 5. I have used 5 scale level Likert scale. These numbers indicate that. Then after you have prepared your data in Excel, what will be your next step? The next step will be analyzing your data, where you will analyze on SPSS software. Therefore, what you will do, you will import your data, this Excel data into your SPSS. Therefore, open your SPSS. I have already opened Windows on my PC. Go to File to import your file. Here, when you click on file, you will see these icons. For example, it says new. This is just to open new tab or new windows of the SPSS. To do that, just after clicking file, then new, then data. For example, if you click here, you will see the new window. Here, just this is a new window of the SPSS. So you can use this window. To import your data, you may be at the variable view or data view, no problem. Don't worry for that. Just you may be anywhere, don't worry. It knows, the software knows everything. So just go to file. You can import in two ways, by saying open data or by import data. Then open data. When you click it, you will go to into your PC. For example, it has opened for me my folder on desktop SPSS data. I can search from the different locations in my PC. Then I can search by file name and also files type. What kind of file types I have prepared is in the Excel format. Therefore, click here and click Excel. Here, when you click Excel, then Excel data will appear. I have only one Excel data here named questionnaire data. Then I click on this. Your data name could be any name you have given. Here I can click open. Then it is bringing my data. Then after a while, this window will appear. For example, it says worksheet. Which worksheet? I have two worksheets, worksheet 1 and worksheet 2. For example, my data is on worksheet 1. I have other data in worksheet 2. Therefore, I prefer the data on worksheet 1. So by default, it is worksheet 1. So I have to leave that. Then the default things are okay. For example, read variables names from first row of data, percentage of values that determine data type 95, ignore hidden rows and columns. Just it is already ticked, so leave it. Simply click OK. So wait, yes, it has come. So here on the variable view, you have this data. Here ID, what is the ID type? It is numeric. The number you can, if your ID is not numeric, you can, when you click on this cell, this tab will appear, this three dotted tab. When you click on this three dot, the data type window will appear. Therefore, it is by default on numeric. It is okay because the SPSS will use the numeric data for analysis. Therefore, leave it numeric. If your data is string means characters such as the consonants and vowels from A to Z. My data is not a string in this case, so I click on numeric, then okay. Then width, the width of my data. There are only three digits of ID, for example, 261, 259. These are only three digits. So width of 3 is enough for me. 4 is okay. I can adjust these things. Then decimal points, it says decimals. I made it 0 because I don't have digits after decimal points. No point here. For other my variable data, there is no digit, so I made all 0. Then label. This is important that during data analysis output, this will appear on your graph and tables. Therefore, label this one. I will show you which I have prepared already. Then values. Then I will show you again already I have prepared to save the time. Let me go to already prepared SPSS data. Here it is. Therefore, after bringing my data of Excel in the SPSS, I made this one. So ID is numeric, decimal all 0. I will not analyze the ID. Just for identification purpose, there is no need of labeling that. For example, then you will adjust these things: gender of respondents, age of respondents, marital status of respondents, education level of respondents, work experience of respondents, And for example, for questions, for question number 1, for example, question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, these things will appear in your data output or in your document. Therefore, write in this way under label. The values for ID, no need of giving a value. For example, for gender, there are two categories, male and female. So the value I have given for female was 1. Let me show you. When you click on this cell, then you will see this 3-dotted tab, then click on it and you can write your values here. I have already written 1 for female, 2 for male. I can edit this one by clicking on this. When you click on this, then it will be yellow. Then you can change or you can edit in any ways. Okay, so there is option that you can remove. Let me remove and type and show you. Newly it appears in this way. So value 1, I give 1 for female. So female, then click add. So 1 is equal to female will appear here. 2, value 2, the label is male. So male, then click add. So I have finished. Finally, I will click on OK. Then here, 1 is female, 2 is male. For other variables, also the same way. For example, this is the age variable. 1 is 18 to 27, 2 is 28 to 37, 3 is 38 to 47, 4 is 48 to 57, and 5 is for more than 57 years old. You can again edit these things in the same way, like we have done for the gender. Newly, I can enter by removing all these things. Okay, just I can remove everything and I can reinsert at any time. It's very, very interactive and friendly interface. Therefore, you can edit your things after any time. The other thing is missing value. If you want to give code for your missing value means the value the respondent didn't filled for you. Okay, he or she may escape knowingly or unknowingly, but there is no answer for some questions or for demographic information. So that is missing value. You can give the same code for every missing value if you prefer. You can give any number, okay, or you can leave it. I have left these things in my data analysis columns. Again, you can leave this one, align, leave this, measure. This is an important attribute. For example, for ID, no problem. The first row is for ID, no problem, because we will not analyze ID. The next one is the gender. Okay, what will be the measure of scale for gender? It is what? The scale is nominal. What are the levels of scale? There are 4 levels of scale, but let me show you the 2 important levels of scale. Here there are 2 levels of scale. First, let's see on ordinal level of scale. The type of data in which the values follow a natural order. Ordinal data are the data which the values follow a natural order. Names, number. When I say names, to mean numbers. Numbers have meaningful order. The numbers indicate placement or order. For example, student's rank, first, second, marathon race, first, second, and third, etc. In election, first, second, and etc. Some examples of ordinal data, education level, work experience, academic grades, ABC, and so on. Agreement on a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 7 or 1 to 9, Likert scale. Satisfaction level, extremely satisfied, quite satisfied, and etc. Income, high income, medium income, or low. But note that income is not an ordinal variable by default. It depends on how you choose to measure it. Level of education completed, high school, bachelor's, master's degree, seniority level at work, junior, mid-level, and senior. These are the ordinal kind of data. Then nominal, data that can be labeled or classified into mutually exclusive categories within a variable. These categories cannot be ordered in a meaningful way. That is, noun which do not require rank or order. In plain English, basically, they are labels, and nominal comes from name to help you remember. Examples of nominal data: gender, for example, 1 is female, 2 is male, the number given. Football uniform numbers, let's say football uniform number 7 versus uniform number 65, or uniform number 9 versus 10. Which one is better in the order? Male and female? Male is better than female, or female is better than male? We can't order. Which uniform number is better than which one? We can't order. Okay, therefore, which one is better in order? No. All are equal. The number is to differentiate between the objects in the nominal case of data. Some examples of nominal data: gender, marital status, religion, race, hair color, names of people, and so on. Eye color: blue, brown, green. Nationality: German, Cameroonian, Lebanese, Ethiopian. Personality type: introvert, extrovert, ambivert. Employment status: unemployed, part-time, retired. Political party voted for the last election: party X, Y, Z. Type of smartphone: owned, iPhone, Samsung, Google Pixel, and the like. And as I told you, the today's takeaway is what are the menus and icons in SPSS? Just immediately when you open your SPSS, you will see the menus important during your data analysis, and the icons. What are they? I have put below the two links in the comment section. I have put in the comment section below the two links, which are very interesting and impressive videos I found. So watch them. Therefore, I have made this measure of scale for my variables. For example, gender is nominal, age is ordinal in order, and marital status is nominal, and again the other is education level and work experience. Education level and work experience are ordinal, and the other Likert scale equations are ordinal. So I made before this video these things. After bringing the Excel, I made everything in such a way. You can also sit and made these things by clicking here, then they will appear in such a way. You can choose what kind of data it is. Is it nominal, is it ordinal, or is it scale? Okay, you can choose from this. So I have made for all my questions ordinal, and one thing here you can see is just the Babel. The Babel is just the symbol for nominal. This bar chart is for ordinal, and this one, this is for scale. Okay, you can see the scaled kind of figure. Then one thing I don't want to skip here is when you bring Excel data on SPSS, you will see this prompt page, the output page. Let me minimize it. Why I am minimizing these windows is just to show you very clearly. You can use on your PC in the full screen. Therefore, this is what output page. There is no name given, so it says output 1. You have to delete this one. No need of this page. When you use these output pages will be when you analyze your data. When you order your data analysis on the SPSS, then automatically such kind of page with your document will appear, and then you will save that things. This is just the information of our data, of the Excel data. When you read these things, you will see that. Therefore, no need of saving these ones. Or if you want to save this output document, if you find it relevant and you want to save, then as usual, any kind of document you can save by save as option in the file, or by pressing Ctrl and S as any kind of document. Therefore, this is just how you can import or bring your Excel data in SPSS. Just the format is the same. The Excel and the SPSS format is the same. The difference is just this: you will modify something in the SPSS, what we have done, and also in the SPSS, anything you can copy and paste. Right click, then copy. For example, in my case, for all questions, my measurement scale is ordinal, therefore I can copy and paste it. Let's say, for example, this is scale first, then let me copy this one, copy, paste here, then it is pasted. When you copy and paste, use right click, because the shortcut copy or Control plus C and Control plus V may not work. So use right click for copy and right click for paste. Again, also you can copy your data from Excel and paste in the SPSS. Very interactive and very friendly platform. Therefore, just we are in the variable view. Just we are working on the variable view. When you bring your data for the first time, you will play with variable view, and then you can switch to data view. After in between, you can switch between the data view and variable view, and then always you can come to variable view and edit something and go to data view. What we have done in the variable view will appear in the data view in such a way. For example, ID, gender, which is nominal, ID is scale, we have left it as scale, and age is ordinal, so this symbol is ordinal, and then you will see in such a way. For all my questions, here the ordinal, all are ordinal, so I will find what I did in the variable view. Therefore, all are ordinal. These menus and icons, as I told you, just go to the links and refer to the menus and icons. But for the moment, for example, let me show you, this is very interesting. When you click here, it says value labels. What you have defined in the variable view will be interconverted. Then by clicking on it, you will see the numeric values, and then you will see the actual values. By clicking on value label, you can switch between these. Then you will see generally what it looks like in the actual data in this form. Therefore, this is the way how you can enter or import your data from Excel into SPSS. We have used open and data. Again, you can use the same way. You can import the data and then choose Excel. It is the same way with the previous one, so it's a repetition. No need to repeat. Therefore, you can open or import your data in such a way and manipulate your data. This is one way of how you can insert your data in the SPSS working format or working framework. This is one way. The second way is, as I told you, by just filling, by using your questionnaire. As you have filled in the Excel, for example, by opening new data here, you can fill, like for example, in name, you type ID, type of ID is numeric, then we can leave it, and if it is a string, you can change into a string, or you can change whatever you want, or depending on your data. Then width is 8, okay. Decimal, I can adjust into 0. What if I type as it is? Let's say decimal is 2. For example, let me go to data view, and the first respondent is 1, and then you can see 0, 0, 2 decimals, because here there are 2 decimals. So I don't need this. I prefer to make 0. Then after adjusting this, when I go back, it is 1. Then respondent 2, it is just the number. Then I can adjust the things as I did in the previous case. when I bring my Excel in the SPSS. What are my other variables? Just for example, from my questionnaire, the other variables are gender, for example. I can type here. Then my other variable will be age. Then my other variable is marital status, as it will not take space. Then I have to use underscore, then status, marital status, and the like. Okay, then I come here and then adjust everything. Then I can make decimal 0 for all. Then label, I can give the label similar with what I have given in the previous time. Then for example, for ID, no need of labeling. In gender, gender of respondents, and the like. Okay, the same thing as I did when I import the data from Excel. Then values for gender, it is one. For example, one is female. I can use 1F and 2M. And then okay. For others also, you can feel missing values, just skip it, or you can use the number you prefer to use. Elements 8, it's okay. Alignment, right, it's okay. Measurement for ID, no problem. For gender, uh, it is gender is just nominal. Then in such way you can adjust your things after finishing your things from your questionnaire as we did in the Excel. Then finally you will analyze your data. What you did in the variable view appear at the very top row of the data view. Therefore, just these things are very simple. This is the variable view, the data view. The data view is in which your data contains. The actual data which you will analyze is the data view. Then you will play with these menus and patterns, especially you will use analyze, because why we need SPSS? To analyze our data. Then you will play with these things. I will show you in another video. This is just how you can prepare your data for SPSS and enter into SPSS. Finally, at any time, you can save your file. If you save your file just when you start doing, that is very nice idea. Let me name as data 1. Then I am saving in this folder, therefore save. Automatically this name is changed into the name I have given here. So it says SPSS data 1, SPSS data saved with the extension of SAV. Therefore, you will find your data in this extension. For example, let's go to where I have saved my data. Here, SPSS data 1 extension SAV. This is the file which I have saved now. This is all I have for today. Thank you for your time. Have a nice time. Bye bye.